deer season and beyond. Busy Bee Chiropractic and Wellness in Newark. So good old Dr. Britt keeping us feeling good, man.
Yep,
Can't say enough about it. Sauna's money.
she does good.
Mm-hmm. Also, M&R Firewood out of Phelps, New York, right there on Main Street. They also have their roadside stand on just south of Smoking Pete's down there, off of Seneca Lake. So check them out for all of your campfire camp needs for firewood. If you're going to deer camp still, making a late gun season, muzzleloader season, holiday season push, get a hold of them. Or if you need a couple face cords for the house or for the fireplace, they do that too. Pierce Metal Works right here on site. We're on site at
We're on
Pierce Metal
site.
Works actually.
You're at Pierce Metalworks for all
Mm-hmm.
your machining and fabricating prototyping needs.
Absolutely. So yeah, anything, dude. Repairs, you name it, dude. You're doing it.
Hmm I welded up a plow frame on a ATV for a guy
There you go.
over the week. Actually, Amos.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Shot a good one.
he's a frequent listener.
Shot a good one.
He was giving us crap about the every time he wore the hat, he never saw anything, and then last time he wore it, he said he shot the biggest buck of his life. So now it's his lucky hat, I guess.
We do still have a couple of the camo 100 proof hats. We're out of the oranges. We do still have a couple camos though. So, but Phelps Fire Department, thank you for helping us host our fundraiser this past year. For anybody looking for a place to have a family reunion, um, anything really, club get together, small banquet, thing like that. They got a full kitchen, clubhouse, tables and chairs on site, everything like that. So, um, support the folks that keep us all safe here in Phelps. The Phelps Fire Department, Phil Freer, and all those guys over there do a great job, man. Great
Mm-hmm.
guys. Heritage Outdoor Sports in Phelps, New York, as well for all of your archery needs. I know we're in gun season right now, but the late muzzleloader crossbow um, archery season is coming up, so still time to get over to Heritage for your last minute things. Also got great stuff that you can put in stocking stuffers and everything this time of the year too. So
Yeah.
Heritage Outdoor Sports, dude.
They got any sales going on?
They usually do for the holidays and stuff like that. End of the year stuff. I know they just got a bunch of the new bows in for this year. They always drop those
I
right
want to
around
go check
Christmas.
out that new Hoyt.
Yep. Yep. So, and then finally, Whitetail Properties here. Tim Kent, Heather Kent, and myself for the Finger Lakes team, helping folks buy or sell recreational hunting lands, homes on acreage, farm ground, timber ground, and now with our new auction division, I think since our last show we did the auction successfully down there in Yates County. So yeah, we do ranch and farms auctions too now. So all
Nice.
that and more for any of your land needs, contact us today. Be happy to help you whether you're buying or selling. Let's start your land search or let's find you a buyer for your farm. Just put another one under contract today.
Sweet.
Going into 2026, man. Rolling heavy. So, but other than that, dude, um, we got my bow buck. Finally got him back from Dahmer's Taxidermy. He was supposed to come on the show tonight, but he was busy meeting up with an old friend that was in town. But yeah, the dude, he's getting it figured out, and I think it was only a 3 day turnaround on that one. He was a little slow at that
Yeah.
point. I know right now with gun season he's getting slammed, but um,
I mean, you can't really ask for much better.
no, the burls are freaking beautiful at the bottom. He does a great job taping them up. Um, he knocks out the ear cones and the nose, but I mean, if it's going up on the wall, like me and Keith and my dad were talking about tonight, um, if he's going up on the wall, you're not seeing a lot of that stuff anyway. And he doesn't like make the bone all brittle, boiling the snot out of it. He uses that pressure washer a lot, so
Hmm
that helps really cut back on the.
He's got it down to a simmer.
Yep,
Simmering.
yep. So, yep. So Dahmer's Taxidermy. Maybe if he does a deer head for us, this year we could put him as a sponsor. But thank you, Jesse. And yeah, he turned out freaking great, dude. I mean, beauty of a buck. Ended up taping out just over 116. So probably if he had his other tines, he might be pushing, close to, I don't know, maybe 120, 120, 125 in that low 120s probably. So, yep, because he was pretty much equaled up.
What
And
was
then
his width?
I think he was I
16
think he was
and a
only
half.
16 or 15 and 7 or something. He wasn't really wide. But yeah, beautiful buck, dude. Got his teeth. We actually got to send your buck's teeth out and my buck's teeth at a
My
deer
buck
age.
busted his teeth out.
Yeah, yours has got busted front teeth, so we got to send the whole bottom and say, good luck.
Hmm.
see if you can get that for us. But nope, it's a lot of good deer have hit the ground this gun season. Um, had a good opening day. We had some good hunts, but just not seeing the bucks I'm after. A couple bucks, that we were after, got smacked. Actually, one just sounds like it got smacked by a car tonight. We don't know which one it is, but um,
Gonna find out.
gonna find out. So, um, but yeah, got Keith came out tonight for a doe hunt. Of course, we didn't see any does. Of course, that's how it always works. When you're trying to put one in the freezer and all you see is small fawns and
Half a dozen bucks.
half a dozen bucks. Um, but yeah, which is weird because last night it was like the exact opposite. I saw like 12 does and like a couple bucks.
The boys moved in.
Well, there was a hot doe there too. I think that one doe that one 3-year-old was locked on, um, which is where most of the bucks came out of or went into, was like that bedding area where that they kind of came out on the edge
Hmm.
of the right of way there, where we could see him. And yeah, he was playing what did we call it, team penning. He was playing team
Yeah.
penning with her, trying to keep
Yeah.
her in the brush and not let her,
Now they're out
run
in the
out the
open.
other side.
Don't come out here. They're gonna shoot you.
Yeah, you're not safe. I swear.
We're out here
And
flathead
Keith,
hunting.
and Keith's over there. Um, he's freaking Keith's over there. Like, all she needs to do is take a step or two out. We could shoot her. I said, yeah. I said, that's what we're here for, man. Is to shoot a doe. I said, I don't discriminate if she's getting bred or not. It's one less mouth to feed next year, or two.
Oh, goodness.
So yeah, it's been good though. But we were talking. We gotta get out to the lease piece and get a.
They're probably in town this week, though.
Yeah, probably ought to give him a call and see. That's a good point. I didn't think of that till you just said that.
Yeah, they don't like us out there when they're in town.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
But
even know if they like us out there, period.
yeah, that's also probably true. Um, so yeah, but nope. I guess couple like things that we're struggling fighting. You know, Nate was saying he's got a lot of corn up on his piece. Which is making that a struggle right now. Because they can be in the food, dude, and be eating and coming in and out of the food, but unless you're right there looking down the edge when they walk in the corn.
Yeah. I think they're. I mean, they might even just be bedding in the corn. It is a
Sure,
hill.
that's possible. Yep,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
They could just be hanging out in there. They don't got to go anywhere.
Yep, yep.
They don't have to go far.
Yeah. So I guess did you hear like normal shooting, above average shooting, or like less shooting?
I would say above average.
Above average. Gotcha. Yeah, I think more than we've definitely got the last couple years too.
I probably heard 30 something shots.
Yeah. Oh boy, Dad's calling me.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Dad.
But yeah, it seemed like the.
Send me a picture of tuning fork. It looks like tuning fork.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think it's freaking tuning fork.
Bomber.
White 8 point.
Oh no, that's not it. Tuning forks. No, tuning forks only got the one side.
That's right. No. No, it's a white 8 point. Broken front leg. Stacks broke like two. Lucy's gonna come back with a tag, so.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, you gonna go pick them up with the bucket of the tractor or something?
Well, I'm on my detox on the tractor, so we'll gut them right there, and then load them up, hang them in the tractor with the tractor after we get them out.
Okay.
So,
Alrighty.
but he's, nice 8 point. Sucks to go down like that, but it really is.
Yep.
So figure on, coming along after the podcast and, we bring Nate or whatever, that'd be super cool.
Okay. Alrighty.
Take care of that little waste.
Yep. Yep. All right. Sounds good. Boy. Well, we got another buck this year, just not the way you want it to fucking happen. Oh.
Said a wide 8-point.
He said wide 8. Real good buck.
He said real good buck.
Yeah.
Hank.
Oh, I hope it's not fucking Hank. That would suck. I should have just fucking pulled the trigger on him opening morning then. Son of a bitch. God damn it.
Find out.
Yep, we'll find out.
Find out is what it is.
Getting a tag from the local officer that called us about it and asked if we, had clipped one tonight or something. And I didn't hear any shooting tonight. But, so thank you for the heads up, Justin. I appreciate it. And thanks for getting us a tag for him. I guess we'll get him stripped down and see. I guess he's all busted up back leg, back, and, front leg and crap. So, damn it.
That's a bummer.
I was just saying to Keith tonight, once they make it through this weekend, they got a pretty good shot if they can get it around the cars. I had to fucking say it. Son of a bitch. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, or, could be a new guy on the block that we don't know. That's entirely possible.
Cut the podcast short.
Yep.
Got a man down.
Gotta go freaking gut a deer. Literally. No.
Brian can handle it.
No, but you were saying above average on
shots.
Shots and stuff.
At least I thought so.
Yep. Yeah, I think I told Keith that. I was like, when we were sitting in the blind, he asked how open the morning was. He heard a ton of shooting. He said, I heard 25 shots. He said, actually, that's a little bit low from what I can normally hear. And I said, dude, I think I was up over like 35 and I stopped counting. They were shooting a lot open in the morning. But it was perfect, dude. The deer were moving. It was frosty. Like, it was a great hunting morning. Mm-hmm. So, Meyer Dixon comments and says, above average on my own me. Yeah, that's, and then, off and on tonight, I only heard, I think, 2 shots, but the wind was whipping pretty good.
It was also a week earlier than normal. So, you might have played a little more into rut activity.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I think that could be a part of it. Like I said, Hank, which we're hoping it's not Hank, but Hank was with a group of does opening morning. And, yeah, I'm kind of just wondering what buck it is now. Son of a gun.
You can't focus.
No, I can't. I'm just going to sit here and drink my beer.
Yeah. There's a tear in my beer.
There's a tear in my beer.
I'm crying over a deer.
And one less buck to go out there.
But yeah, open morning. Liza seen quite a few deer where she was sitting. She's seen a nice one. She's going to get a shot at it.
Yep.
I think since gun season started, I can count on one hand how many deer I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the deal is.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's
a lot of shooting on the block.
It's been up and down. It's like I see them or I don't see them. You know what I mean? So
the weather's been crap this past week.
Yeah, the weather's been up and down. That's playing parts of it. And then
now I hate to bring up the crossbow thing again, but do you think that added pressure, because there's definitely more people in the woods during archery season, that added pressure kind of wore them out after the first week of gun? It was just kind of put them all over the edge. They're all just
I'll be curious on how that kind of shakes out, dude, with the crossbow numbers and how that kind of shows
like if it increased the number taken in New York, or
if that's gonna up the archery total or the total deer take, or how that's gonna shake out. I'm really curious about that.
I would say be more taken in archery.
Yeah. Well, I talked to the local processor.
But total taken, I don't know.
Yeah, I talked to the local processor, and he said they were right at about the same number as the last couple of years for the average, but he said the bucks were better than they typically see during archery season. Yeah, like across the board, He said the average was better. So I think there's more hunters out there too, so I think, like we said, certain blocks could have got pounded with pressure more And again, if you know you got a lot of corn up and a lot of cover, and they're just pushing a bunch of deer into that corn and cover, you know they could be there, they could be on your cameras and stuff like that, but you might not be seeing them walking in front of your stand because unless they're walking through the little strips of timber or the little pinches and stuff like that, it's tough to see them in some of the ag ground when the corn's up. Um,
Yeah, because it's a tough
it can be
part
a
with the
challenge,
standing
dude.
corn. It
Mm-hmm.
expands. It's almost like adding. It's like just making the whole thing woods. They can go anywhere without with being in cover.
Yep.
I found, what was it, 2 years ago when there was corn over there. I was noticing how like the normal travel routes of the deer.
Well, it changes that cover depth and
Yeah,
everything.
that cover depth. So I mean, it just deer popping out everywhere. There wasn't like, all right,
Rhyme or
this
reason
is
with it.
they usually come out of this corner, or there's a spot right there, where it comes up the hill that they like to travel up.
Like
So
that
so you
bench or
kind of like
something.
keep an
Yep.
eye on those key spots when you're hunting or whatever, right?
Yep.
But it seemed like when the corn was out, it was popping out everywhere.
It didn't matter.
I'd have them coming in behind me when they shouldn't have been coming in behind me.
Right.
But the corn was up, so
Yeah, that cover
they
line
had
was
cover.
extended. Yep. Sure. Sure. Usually you could blow it over a wide open cut soybean field or whatever, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yep. So. But
That's why when a lot of people say, yeah, I got no problem blowing my scent over a standing cornfield. It's like,
you're just not seeing the deer you're spooking.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Fair.
know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I like doing it over like open cut fields or like big hay fields or something.
Because I
You
think when
know.
the corn is standing, I feel like the deer, I think they bed more on the edge of it.
Yeah, and along and adjacent to it, absolutely. Yep.
But
So.
I don't know.
Daniel comments, want to know what happened when I came home from work. Don't know, buddy. Ask your wife. I don't know. I don't know Daniel Anderson.
Daniel
I don't
Anderson,
know what happened when you came home from work, Daniel.
check your ring cam, buddy.
Yep. Check your ring cam. I had a comment rolling on Facebook that doesn't pop on through the software for whatever reason. From May, she comments and says, "Any thoughts on the second rut?" So that's one of my. There's a couple spots I got that are usually really good that first week of December. That I'll go back into some of my, I guess maybe, like that traditional December rut spot. Like there's a couple I can think of, and that's just from historical data, from where spots get hot. At that time of the year, just seems to be historically. Um, Gravity Cavity would be probably one of them. That's always really good first week of December. Um, so we'll see. Like I said, there was the way that buck was behaving. I'm assuming that doe he was with was hot, and the fact that there was like 6 bucks there with her, that also stands to reason.
So do you think it's actually a second rut, or do you think it's more of a continuation and there's just a lull in there because of gun season?
I think it's a lot of that December time frame is those does that didn't get bred there in that first 10 days of November. Let's just call it. Um,
Cycle back in, or
yeah,
maybe a
then
yearling,
they cycled back in. Yep,
or
I
maybe a
think so.
yearling coming in late.
Yeah, some of those doe fawns, or maybe last year's fawns that had a hard go at it, late born ones. That might finally be reaching sexual maturity, and that's when they hit sexual maturity weight. Roughly about 90 pounds, 80 to 90 pounds live weight up here in Northeast is what we see for sexual maturity. That could be part of it. Definitely December, January for some of the fawns, for sure. Like when you see them getting jumped on in January, February, a lot of times it's those fawns. Because usually those does don't cycle out, third time. Unless your deer density is so crazy high that your does are way off scale with it. So, having trouble streaming to Facebook. This looks fine on my phone. Whatever. Maybe somebody reported us because we got dead things hanging behind us.
Could be. PETA.
But, yep.
PETA's trying to shut us down.
Yep. So, but yeah, I've seen a couple of our buddies have knocked down some good ones. I don't know if Connor got one with his pistol. The pistol was laying on him. I don't know if he shot it with the pistol or not. I
don't
haven't.
know.
I didn't hear anything from him. I just saw the picture on Facebook.
I'm assuming he shot it with a pistol, but it might have got Western.
It can get Western with that old wheel gun, dude. It's been known to happen. It's been known to happen for sure. But yeah, I mean, deleted on Facebook. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't like us anymore on Facebook, Nate. No, it's still playing on my phone. It's lying. Jeff Fox said, "Hey guys,
What's up,
Jeff."
Jeff? How's the hunting going, Jeff?
Yeah, Andy got one with his bow, right? He didn't get one with his rifle.
I haven't
Not,
heard
not
anything
that I've
about
heard.
gun season. And he got a nice one with the bow.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm trying to think who else. Keith, he was on last show that we did talking about his buck he shot with the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Took Liza out.
Liza shot a nice
Liza
doe.
got a nice doe.
Yep.
Um, yeah, could have shot it with a bow.
Oh, close one. Andy Hall, right on cue. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Happy
Yeah, I
Thanksgiving,
think
Andy.
that deer was 20, 25 yards.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve. Maybe that's the thing at the farm. Just nobody drive down the road by the farm on the holiday because that's when the big 13 got killed. Was New Year's Eve. This good one got killed Thanksgiving Eve. Just, just need to put like
Roadblock.
yeah. Start putting some speed bumps out. They fly, dude, down that road. I mean, you've been there
Fly
before.
down every road.
Well, yeah, 6 is bad too, right here, man, where your house is. That's another road that's freaking horrible.
Luckily, it's pretty open there. Wow, you get down
Open
there
fields, yeah.
or up there,
Yeah.
you get more deer crossing. But in my section, there's not really a whole lot of deer crossing.
Yeah, but no. So yeah, we'll see how it goes with what deer this is. Maybe it'll be one I recognize. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. Like I said, Lucky got shot open in the morning. It sounds like. Well,
I'll bring the rifle later. Across. I'll do some pictures.
Oh well, yeah. We'll put some pictures up with him. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Keith, you should have stuck around an extra 10 minutes, dude.
Could have got your buck.
Could have got your buck, man. He's probably not even watching this. He's probably not. Doesn't even know what's going on.
He's still shaking from all the deer he saw today.
That's what, dude. He was. I'm so happy, dude. He had a good hunt. Out there. Like I said, I just wish we'd have saw a nice doe or something knocked down. Well, if we'd have been there, maybe we'd have shot the one small doe. Maybe that buck wouldn't have run across the road and got himself killed tonight. Who knows? Butterfly effect, dude. I don't know.
Do you think it was that buck? Your dad said it was a good buck. Now, if your dad said it was a good buck, probably a pretty good buck.
Well, that's what I said when that one came out with that doe tonight. I told Keith, I said that's a good buck. When he came out underneath, like you could tell he was,
Yeah.
100. He's probably 115, maybe 120. So
I think your dad would know if it was him.
yeah, I think that would more fall into big. I would think, but maybe not. Because even the trooper when he called, because you were right here when the trooper called me and asked what we wanted to do with it. I asked him, and he said, "Well, it's good, but he said a decent buck." He said, "But probably small for you guys." So I don't know what that means, but I like killing 115-inch deer too.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's that time of the year, dude. They're definitely out running around. Not just running in front of other folks getting shot, but they're running in front of cars right now, doing stupid things.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Just grinding it out.
Yep. But no, I think definitely that early December. Especially if you got food. Have they even taken like an outside pass off your corn or anything for a dryness measure or anything like that?
No.
No.
No, they had a combine issue,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
which is fine. I mean, I kind of wanted the corn to stay up until after Thanksgiving. I'm kind of hoping it would save a few, but honestly, most of the bucks that I had pictures of, besides the one,
Mm-hmm.
all
The
got
one you were
shot.
saying the other day, yeah.
The
Sure.
one I sent you the picture of
Yeah.
today is the only one I haven't heard of getting shot.
Yep. So.
There's another decent one over there. I don't know. But you never know. Once the corn comes off,
Well, once the corn comes off, one might be more visual, might get him over there and looking for spillage. I mean, Steve's got decent equipment, but it's not. it's not like no spillage. There's still some spillage in the field.
Oh yeah.
It's not like
Well, the first 2 days
new
after.
$1 million combine.
I mean, usually the first 2 days to a week after the corn's cut is
You
pretty
just gotta
solid.
tell them, call me when you're picking it. Call me when you got the combine rolling, and let's go. Um, Justin Ham tuning in from Southeast Ohio. So what's up, guys?
Huh.
Randomly came across your live tonight. Love to talk deer with anybody. Absolutely,
Yeah.
dude. Thanks for tuning on.
Yeah, thanks for tuning on.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, if you don't know much about us, we're from upstate New York. That's
Yep.
Finger Lakes region. That's where we hunt.
Yep. Talking deer, and usually we got a little whiskey or something we're passing around. We're at.
Tonight we got some brewskis.
Yep. We got some beers tonight, and
Ben's crying in his beer.
I'm crying in my beer because one of the bucks that, well, I can't say that because I don't know what buck it is. One of the bucks that was obviously on our property because he was crossing the road, and got himself hit tonight by a car. So I got to go field dress a deer and see if there's any meat we're saving on him after this or whatever.
Hopefully your dad has him field dressed.
Yeah, I should text my sister back and be like, hey, better get the knife out, get that deer dressed and hung up so I know what I'm, see how much work's cut out for me when I get there. But no, I might. Other than he's got a ton of deer hanging when I drove by Daryl's on the way over here. He's probably got 20 deer in there right now, which isn't a ton, but that's quite a bit for.
He caps out there until he kind of catches up, though.
Yep. Yeah, he might not be taking any new ones either, but I could see if he wants to. I mean, you'll know.
I mean, he would take it and he would keep whatever.
Yeah, cut whatever's decent. That's what I was thinking. Like, I'm not.
He would put it in his freezer.
I mean, I've done roadkill deer before that we've hit or whatever. There's usually not a ton, especially if you got broken legs and shit like that. Like, there's a lot of trauma that happens in a car accident, dude. Like, I don't mean to, sound like I'm wasteful with it or whatever, but like, usually the back straps are decent, but it sounds like the deer's back legs were, back of his hips were broken, so back straps are probably going to be shot. Like, that's usually what I do is I'll peel the back straps out of them, and maybe if you can get one hind quarter on the side that didn't get hit by the car, maybe.
Yeah.
The best one was the one that Dad hit with the frickin' truck that one time hit that doe. Her head hit the headlight. No real damage to the frickin' meat at all, dude.
Yeah. Just whack him in the head. I did
Yep,
that
just
before.
hit it in the head.
My Ford Ranger. Whack him in the head and they spun off to the side of the road.
Yep. Yep. So, been there, man, and the experience I had, the whole side was bruised, sausage on the other side, though. Yeah. Okay. I got a ton, dude. I got a ton. Happened to me a few times, so worried about sense and noise, and the smallest deer runs out in front of a semi. Who cares? Roadkill next. It's a deer, my man. Hey, dude. Each their own with it. It happens. It sucks. But,
Yeah.
no, all good. All good. Thanks for the comments, but yeah, no, it's we'll see what happens with it. See what meat's good on it. Don't want to see it go to waste. No sense in leaving it there on the side of the road for nothing. Don't need to give the coyotes a free meal. So
I'm sure they get enough of them.
Yep. But yep.
So what's strategy going forward?
Stay the course with it and see
I like your TikTok the other day.
the thoughts from the deer blind.
Yeah, the stay the course.
Yep.
That was good.
Yep. So yeah, it's I guess we'll see if if it was Hank tonight or unless it was Terry Tate or something. Well, no, Dad said wide. Couldn't have been Terry Tate. Terry Tate's really tight.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the only two right now that I know might still be alive. That's got an opportunity maybe to get after him. So that's kind of my thoughts is looking back at the 1 year. Been seeing in tuning fork every freaking hunt. Like that deer is like just walking around me at this point. But yeah, it's keep hunting low pressure, stay in the course, and not shooting deer that it passed on the first day or whatever. Shoot them on the last day kind of deal. Like I jokingly said tonight, but kind of the truth of it. 90% of them after this weekend that are still alive are probably going to make it to next season, give or take. You know,
Yeah.
because most of our deer harvest as a whole for the state is pretty much done. So, you know, most of our harvest happens during the first weekend of gun season. After that, it does severely drop off for the amount of deer that are killed on a per day basis. Um, so,
Trinity says,
what's your game plan, target bucks? Yeah, those are the two target bucks probably. We talked about going out to our lease piece because we haven't even pulled cameras or sat out there this year. Neither of us have, and I don't know what's running around over there. There might be a surprise buck over there or something that you know is a
Yeah.
good one for us. That's possible.
little wild card spot.
Wild card spot. My grandmother's neighbor over there shot a pretty good buck the other day. Dad went and helped him recover that. Alex over there actually sold that property to him.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's the first buck he's killed off there. He's killed a couple does off of it. That's his first. He said it's his first good buck he's had that he's got. He missed a really good one last year with his bow, and he was real sick about it. But he shot him, and we talked about it. I was out of town that night. We let him go overnight, and it was the right call. They ended up finding him about 50, I think, or 60 yards from where he stopped and pulled out for the night. So if he was still alive in that bed, they'd have jumped him, that night, and that wouldn't have been no good. So, what brand of beer we drinking? Coors Lights tonight, Mountain Blue bottles.
Coors Lights, Miller Lite,
Yep. I just
whatever's hanging around.
walked in the gas station, and that's what I saw when I got to the first coolers. That's what I grabbed. I don't know.
They say, is it at doe
Patrol
patrol
time.
time? You guys drive deer? I honestly I used to. When I had more property to hunt. I did do some deer drives on some state land with a couple buddies last year.
Yep.
Really don't do a whole lot of it.
Mhm.
Usually wait until after Thanksgiving to do any kind of deer drives. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think on the primary pieces, we don't do driving or nothing like that right off.
uh,
Um, you know, like I said, when you do those deer drives and stuff like that, you don't get to really experience kind of hunts like we had tonight, where we watch deer do deer shit. Is how I told it to Keith. Like we're watching, two bucks spar. Yeah, it was a 2-year-old and a year and a half old, but you're still getting to watch bucks spar in the middle of gun season, and deer just come out and feed like they're, deer doing deer shit,
mm-hmm.
and not shooting at them, running and stuff like that. And you can, pick your target and execute your shot a lot better too. I think.
Yep.
I'm no Annie Oakley shooting them on the run. So.
Deer drives are fun though.
Yeah, no, they're a riot. I've been on a couple of them over the years for sure. You know, not saying I wouldn't be opposed to it. I know some guys. What was it? I think Sleeman and Hanson, they do like a muzzleloader doe drive. I think
Could be.
during muzzleloader season. I think they do like a big group hunt with muzzleloaders.
They both.
Or no, it's the Pert Near guys. It's Billy and them. They go and they do
Yeah.
deer drives in the muzzleloaders,
But Sleeman
which I think is
and
pretty cool. Sleeman laid down a tank, dude.
that was big 8.
Freaking giant, dude. He showed me pictures like, do you see the deer Sleeman killed? I said, no. He's like, I was like, whoa. Woof.
Big 8.
Ontario County's finest right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Justin says, do drives in Ohio, not on family land, but we have huge pieces of government land that we drive during gun season. Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, you get bored of sitting around, or
Yeah, absolutely.
kind of like, honestly, this time of year,
Yeah.
after opening week, things kind of slow down.
Mm-hmm.
You go mess around somewhere else.
Yeah. Jeff Fox says, only got a doe so far. Congratulations, Jeff. Meat in the freezer, man. Absolutely. Frank LaValle says, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, Frank. Don Lucas, he shot a good one. His dad shot a good one.
Seen that.
Down there. He says, jumping off soon for the kids' bedtime, but happy Thanksgiving to you both. Thanks you, Don.
Yep, happy
And,
Thanksgiving.
great season to you guys, man, down there at the Camp de Lucas.
Camp de Lucas. We're hunting with rifles. We hunt with, well, our archery equipment and archery season, and then
Yep.
hunt with our rifles during gun season and shotguns, whatever we feel like doing.
Yeah, I'm more rifle during the gun season, and then my pistol, um, which that's what Nate gave me grief about, and maybe I will end up regretting it. But I let one of our target bucks go. Kinda. I was committed to shooting him with this doe group he was with coming through with the pistol, and he pushed one of them down the hill and away from me. And then of course I got like a 10-second video of him, and
That was
he
it.
looked a lot better walking away than he did walking into the field that morning. They always look better walking away, dude. They really do.
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah, so pistol for me, and then the rifle. I do. Maybe it's meant to be that I kill him with my smoke pole, Nate,
It could
because I
be.
haven't killed one with my muzzleloader
You've
yet.
never killed a buck with your muzzleloader.
No, I killed a handful of those with that CVA. That thing's a tack driver. Um, deer drives are to fill freezers. Yeah, I mean they're very effective at that, man. Uh,
Very effective way of killing deer.
Trinity says deer watching or deer killing. I've done my fair share of killing, dude. I mean, I enjoy the hunt and not just the kill part of the hunt. I like all pieces of it. So,
Yeah.
any EHD in our area? Nothing that we've had reports of. I haven't found any dead deer.
No.
I had one. I take that back. I had one dead doe last year that we found in my grandma's pond, but that could have got hit by a car or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Nah, no EHD
nothing,
around
nothing
here.
EHD that I know of. Even in New York, I haven't really heard of any reports of it this year. I know parts of Ohio and stuff like that got smacked. I think where um, Justin is down in southern Ohio. I heard that got whacked pretty good down in through there, in like the southern band of Ohio this past year.
Hmm.
Um, we've been talking, about going on an out of state hunt sometime, and Ohio's been floated. I think Pennsylvania would be fun, you
Mm-hmm.
know, but we just gotta, it's hard to find time to get out on stuff that's a half hour from home, dude. Let alone take a full week off or something and go.
To look down upon in 2025.
I don't
I
think
mean,
it's looked down upon. I think it's a different style of hunting.
the only problem with doing a deer drive for a target buck is that if you don't get them on that drive and you do bump them, your neighbor's probably going to kill them.
Sure, sure. No, I
You're
don't think
just
it's
going to
looked down
bump him
upon at
off the
all.
property. So, if you know exactly where he is, like,
Oh, it's an effective way to
you
do it,
can
dude.
bump him out of there to get a shot. Hell, whatever.
Well, that's what happened down here, just down the road from me with that one out in that ag field that one time, one that Connor was after or whatever. They saw him out in the field and then they pushed him off the brush pile or whatever, and I think they opened up on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's lethal. I'm not saying it's not, and I'm not saying you can't kill a big buck, but I don't want to say I look down upon it. It's just not my style of hunting that I prefer.
Yeah. I was doing deer drives when I killed that one.
Yep, he was a drive. The biggest buck.
Yeah, my biggest buck was killed on a deer drive.
Yep. So no, I don't think it's looked down upon in any way, dude. I not to me anyway. I think there's enough stuff that we
I
as
do deer
hunters end up
drives.
fighting about or whatever. That's as long as it's legal, ethical, and you're doing it safely, dude. Like
I'm not a
no
big
issue with any of it.
I'm not a big fan of like big number of deer drive, like numbers of people.
Like a 20 deep deer drive.
Yeah, like 3, 4 guys going in bumping deer around.
Sure. Or
Oh,
doing a little wind bump or something
yeah,
on the
I have a lot of fun doing that.
offside of a bed to push it out or something. I mean, yeah, it's effective. People have been doing it. And Native Americans have been doing it for centuries, literally. So,
I definitely think it's a more effective way to just fill freezers. Just out there
100%.
trying to fill tags.
Yeah. But if you're out there looking for, a more mature buck or like definitely a specific buck, unless you saw them go into a block or something and push them out of it, that's the only way I could say really going after a target buck. Because dude, even with some of the deer and some of the history we have of them, or you watch them go into a bedding area, and then all of a sudden, an hour later you see them coming from like the complete opposite direction. You're like, well, how the hell do you get way over there? you know. So, but
Marsh shot a 6 point. Congratulations.
awesome, congratulations. Love to
Um,
hear it, dude. It was a good night, dude. After the rain stopped, it
I know. I was
was
honestly expecting to see something.
well. It was like it was right off the
The sun was kind of cracking through a little bit.
Yep, and yeah, that's when they started to come out. But yeah, no, marshmallow, you're welcome, dude. Congratulations. Processing deer, is it cool to do your own, or is it more popular to take to the processor? I think, um,
It's way cooler if you do your own, but there's nothing wrong with taking it to a processor.
no, no, I think, if we could keep these cooler temperatures, dude, I like doing, getting them down, breaking them down, cutting them up, especially if you're getting like specialty stuff done with them or something, and you're just cubing it up for like snack sticks and summer sausage and that kind of
Bulk.
stuff. Bulk cutting pretty much. I really do like taking it, doing it myself, taking the time to do it myself. Um, the problem is we're spoiled, and like Daryl does a great job, like a really good job.
Or,
And then,
well, we're busy too.
yep, and then I forget what it is over there on Bell Road. They do a good job cutting too. Um, so we got good processors around us too that are still reasonably priced. I heard somebody the other day saying on one of the Facebook groups they heard that it's $200 to get a deer cut, and it's like, whew, But we're I think it's what one
I think they're all like 110 or
110.
120, something
Yeah,
like that.
and then it's what like a buck a pound for sausage or something.
A little more for
As
sausage.
it yeah. So, um, would more doors get shot if processing your own? What are your prices in your area? Yeah. So I've heard up to 200. I've heard like 175, 180, kind of being the going rate for it. Kind of like
Michigan, I'd say our average is what, like 100 to 120?
yeah, say a buck and a quarter, probably. Um,
145 in Michigan.
Yep. And the nice thing with Daryl
Not far
is
off.
once a deer goes through his facility, dude, like he basically does a swab down at the kitchen before the next one rolls on.
Yeah, well,
Like
yeah,
he's
well,
meticulous.
he only takes in so many deer. You're
Yep.
guaranteed your deer.
Yep.
He guarantees you your deer. He doesn't.
Yep.
It's not
So
like a huge thing.
yep. I just don't know if like even if I shot more does or whatever, because if more does get shot, would you process your own? Um, yeah, I mean, we only eat so many deer a year. I mean, just that off that buck alone, I got 89 fucking pounds of meat, Nate.
Oh yeah,
You know,
big bodied
you
deer.
shoot a freaking, like I said, we were thinking he was at least 180,
I
maybe
would say
200,
on the
but
average doe you get about what
50,
40.
40, 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you don't grenade out the front shoulders of the neck or something. But yeah, it's, even that. So if it's, 250 a pound, that's not too bad. Um, that's a good question, Trinity. We don't have any local processors. Our most local processor is down in Dundee, which is like a 45, 50-minute ride for us for like a donating deer.
Oh
Like
yeah,
yeah,
down
for
there.
the venison donation. So we're a venison donation coalition is what it's called in New York State, similar to what you're saying, Hunters for the Hungry. I wish there was more. I would shoot more deer for, like local, food kitchens and stuff like that if there was folks taking them. Absolutely. Um, Pooh! What a freaking tank, dude. Drop? Uh huh.
Damn.
Damn.
Canandaigua yesterday.
That's a brute.
Wow.
That's a brute. My sister said, "Get off your butt and go do it." I'm not field dressing a fucking deer. I added the fucking part, but she said, "I'm not field dressing your deer. It's not my deer." But, yeah, it's good. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I would definitely like to see more state processing uh, options for folks because I think it would help get more does harvested. Um, we do our doe harvest. That's another good point, I guess. We do our doe harvest on our farm a little different. If we, are not having luck, seeing one of the bucks we're after or whatever, we would probably, shoot a doe or whatever. I'd go probably tag a doe anytime, other than tonight. It seemed like, but um, we usually kind of the way we have our rule set. Rule, I say that kind of loosely, but is 5 or more. So it's it's really really good. To get those doe groups kind of broke up is what we found. Is so when you have a doe group of 5 or more, what you have is you can end up having them be really territorial over food sources, and really push out other deer. I think specifically bucks. And so what we do, and kind of the theory behind this, not saying it's right or wrong, but when you have 5 or more, we take that number down to below 5, or at or down to 5 with that doe group. And then what that does is it lets these doe groups set up in different like pockets or bedding areas adjacent to those food sources. Makes the bucks on the property have to seek more between doe groups. Um, the one tricky part with that is it makes your accessing in and out without spooking deer harder to do. Um, but if you do some bedding area cuts and improvements in those areas, you can definitely try to limit where they're going to be around your access trails. And that just kind of goes in the strategy with it. So yeah, I mean, we could shoot more does, but we haven't really been seeing the doe groups of 5 or more since we kind of adopted that rule. Because we're
That
not
one day I
letting.
was out there, we saw 25.
Yeah, well, none of them within really range.
No,
That and the
18.
one that came in within range had that fawn under it, and I wasn't really wanting to knock the milk off of his lips. So,
Yeah, that
um,
fawn was sucking the hell out of her.
yep, poor girl. Um, you guys punch way above numbers shown on this live chat. Very interesting subjects. You have the gift for gab. Wish we were neighbors. Thank you, Trinity. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate it.
neighbor to the north in Michigan. Well, I think it depends on what part of Michigan. Um, I'm not that good at geography, but yeah, we're Finger Lakes region of New York. So yeah, appreciate you stopping by the chat, dude. And we're just we do this live. Usually during deer season we try to do it once a week, and then it's maybe
It's tough.
once a month, twice a month in the off season if we can. This is like our 80th ish episode since we've been keeping track. We were doing this before we were keeping track, but
Yeah.
yep. But Western Michigan, gotcha. Nice,
Yeah, it's
nice. Yeah, we've had Ohio tonight, Michigan. I don't know, man. Maybe the algorithm's finally starting to get some traction for us. We're
the
getting,
raccoon video.
yep. That could be it.
The raccoon video went
That
viral.
could be it, man.
That stupid raccoon sleeping in my.
It's tree stand.
Tree
That's what
stand.
pushed it over the limit. That and the TikTok. So I think next time I'm gonna try to get the TikTok live jumped up on this, too.
So what's your thoughts of bringing a kitten in your hunting blind with you?
I don't mix pussy with hunting. So yeah,
ass out of
your
my face.
your new cat. She's gonna wipe her ass on your face.
Go deer
Oh,
hunting with my
gosh.
cat and my blind.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, bring it with you. Yeah, but no, me and Dad, we usually will go out and we'll
Ass on my face.
knock down a doe or two, during the season. But I couldn't find a doe group of 5 or more within range this year with bow season. My crossbow only shoots 100 yards, and they were all at 120.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Pistol only shoots 40 and won't shoot 50.
that one I probably could have pulled that.
Probably
shit
should
off.
have.
Probably should have.
Probably should have.
But
But it is what it is. Can't be
Mhm.
dwelling on the past.
yep. Nope. Who knows? He's probably dead right now and hanging out in front of my dad's house in the bucket of the
You're
tractor.
giving yourself anxiety right now.
It's not going to change what deer got hit by the car, dude.
Your palms are sweating. I mean,
Yeah.
we're pretty much at the hour mark.
Yeah. So no, we'll see how it goes with that.
Thanksgiving's coming on. We got a
It's
big
good
hunting
to be
weekend.
good to see family. With all the health stuff going on with my family, it was nice to see folks for Thanksgiving, and it'll be nice to see other folks. So-
I hopefully get to watch the Packers beat the Lions.
Oh, they're playing on Thanksgiving this year.
1:00.
Nice. Nice.
Hopefully watch my Packers beat the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Trinity, good luck to you too.
Yep. What's up, y'all? Just got an nice 8 in Tennessee. Dude, we're hitting Tennessee. We need to get one of those color in maps.
8 in Tennessee. There's some big bucks
yeah.
taken in Tennessee. I think Tennessee can be a little overlooked.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just got a nice 8 point in Tennessee Monday evening. Hoping
And
everybody's
relatives
doing good.
down there.
Absolutely.
They loved catfishing.
Oh boy. Yeah, you're screwing with the Michigan guy. Lions talk, no bueno. There you go, Nate.
Yeah.
We had a fan, and we lost our Michigan fan.
Yeah, we lost him.
And there goes the Michigan fan. Yeah, but that was. Did you like that video I sent you today from the Joe Burrow one?
Oh yeah.
In the interview, he's like, he's like, when you're growing up, you usually watch the Lions because that's who always plays on Thanksgiving, and you watch Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson have a phenomenal game, and he throws like 300-400 yards, and they still lose.
Yeah. Now Stafford's doing it in
Yeah, in L.A.
L.A.
Yeah.
The Rams look good.
Mm-hmm. So, but no, we'll definitely keep you guys posted on how we do this year. Been putting up some stuff on the TikTok. I'm gonna probably put some of those videos over on the YouTube page too in the shorts. Now that the TikTok makes them freaking fancy edit for you, dude. You just put them in the AI generator and makes them put the audio in them and clips them up and stuff. Come on.
Too easy.
We don't have to sit down me and Nate sat down for literal hours and made our intro and outro video because we're technologically challenged.
Very technologically.
And now we just throw a video into TikTok and it says, hold on, processing. And it throws in like music and edits and clip scenes and stuff. And it's like, wow, that was
cool.
that was cool. But rut's going full steam right now. Yeah, we're still seeing a few does here and there trickling. But I think it's mostly does that didn't get bred that first time around now coming up here on the last week of November going into December. So I know it's a little different, dude, across the country. So right now we're switching more over to food sources. We got a cat currently playing with our microphone. So
You hear some purring.
yeah, here's some purring. It's the thing. Either that or she's going to knock the deer head off the couch.
Yeah,
But-
you can glue those nose pieces back in.
Yeah.
They might be glued in already.
Well, I think Jesse glued the front teeth and the bottom jaw on mine. He's like, "Oh fuck, man! I didn't know you wanted those teeth." I'm like, "Jesse, I sent all my buck's teeth out that I bring to you, dude."
You don't remember this stuff.
Yeah.
Every day's a new day
Yeah.
for him.
The rut at the bar tonight or out in the woods? No, it was out there by old turnaround. Nate kept,
At the bar tonight, or out in the woods. What?
I think he's talking about chasing tail out at the bar. No, we're married. We don't do that.
Married. We don't chase tail.
No.
Ain't got time to.
No, it's hard enough chasing the kids around. Literally. But nope. What's up?
Andy, lucky sweatshirt again.
Oh, you smack another one?
Yeah, he got himself.
Atta
nice
boy.
eight-pointer.
Atta boy. Keith says, "Nice kitty." Hey, Keith, guess what? You need to come back to the farm. Why? Because right after you left, Keith hit the deer. He did it.
I bet you he probably shot it.
He did it. Keith, you did this.
He was so mad.
We lost a good buck tonight, Keith. I got to go back and dress it and see what we're going to do with it. Got hit by a car just south of Dad's house. So
You want
Keith
it?
says I'm in. Yeah. So. Yeah. So we'll see. Bow hunting 105 is the same here. What the fuck? Not cool, man. Yeah, I know. You hit the freaking deer and then you just drove away. Hit and run.
Mate? Does he mean Nate?
What the fuck, mate? I don't know. Might?
Mate, my cat has ear mites.
Yep. Does it?
Yeah.
Here we go. A couple comments rolled in. David Todd says Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Dave. Hope you're out there knocking down your other good one that you sent me that you got on camera that just showed up. He shot his pond buck. What was he calling him? Norm?
The pond buck.
We just call him pond buck. This is an essay. Hold on 1 second. Keith says wasn't me. I know Keith. I'm just busting. But seriously, if you want a deer, there's a dead one now with a tag on it at my dad's house. Got hit by a car. Was on a Big Ten all bow season. Played cat and mouse one night. Had him in bow range. Full draw, no shot. Last Tuesday had him at 140-yard shot. He dropped like a sack of potatoes. Went and got the four-wheeler. Came back. He was gone. No blood, nothing. Makes no sense to me till to this day. He laid there for a few minutes before dark when I went to go get the 4-wheeler. The deer was just gone. Yeah, I'm a. If I see them drop, I watch them and then I will walk up to them, especially with the gun. I've seen them drop and then get back up.
Mm-hmm.
If you shock hit them or something.
Shotguns. Sometimes you hit him right in the spine though.
Yep.
Sometimes it doesn't fully paralyze them. It might knock them down for a
Yeah,
little
if
bit.
you're
and
not
they
if
get
you're
up.
not hitting like hard bone, like if you're just putting shock around that spine to, shut everything down, basically like if you hit your funny bone and
Who
everything
was
goes
that?
numb. Mason,
Oh,
Jack on. Yeah, dude, that sucks. Nobody wants to freaking be there, dude. Um, but it happens, man. You know,
they're tough animals.
they're tough animals. We talked about that. Talked about that before we went out about all the deer over the years. Oh, speaking of that, this is a good segue to that. Is Trey still around?
Haven't seen him.
Haven't seen him.
I think he's dead in that bedding area.
Yeah. Damn it.
Unless he doesn't like to move far for food, and there is corn up.
It's just laying in the corn.
He's just laying there.
He's just rolling around, knocking the corn down and eating it. Laying
He's this
there.
big around with 3 legs. Well, 4 because he was very well
Yep.
endowed. But giant. Just
Yep.
rolling around in the corn.
Rolling it down, chewing it up,
He had 5 legs, then now he's got 4.
and he walks with a limp. You do the math.
He's got a pimp walk.
Yep. So, no, it's like I said, I like I said in the TikTok video the other day or whatever, in the YouTube video, just stay the course with it. Start looking at. I started doing my laundry list of stuff to get changed or to add or to manipulate and do for next year. We're having a timber harvest coming up this year, so we'll probably do an episode with Trevor because Trevor Johnson's probably gonna cut it. Johnson Forest Management, third generation. I hope I got that right. Either third or fourth generation. Well, he's got the girls now, so fourth generation at least.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they've been in the processor with him and stuff, pulling trees down. So, like to have him on, talk a little bit about the process and stuff, and how his family's been able to do what they do and so successful with it. So, but top notch. They've cut a couple client properties from me over the years, and just good folks. So that'll be new access trails, better habitat, better managing the woodlot going forward for future harvests. So, yep. Trinity has another question. Do you guys scout more at the end of season to make a new strategy for next year? Yeah. I'm probably
I don't know if you. Yeah, I guess you could say it's some scouting.
Yep.
It's a lot of like
The habitat work,
like TSI work, and
travel corridors, and
trying to manipulate it.
trimming up or
And-
like changing stands a little bit. Like sometimes we're only moving them 10 to 20 yards, but it's that 10 to 20 yards with that change.
Mostly do that in February.
Yep, I like doing a lot of that in February when it's easier to get around out there because you're not having to
You
jump
can
through.
see more.
Yep,
You can get in the bedding areas and not worry about bumping. If you bump something out,
yep,
all you got to worry about is a car.
yep. Bow hunting 1013 says find better spots while turkey hunting. Yeah, I love turkey hunting is actually one of my favorite times to mark fruit trees because they're flowering during turkey season. So like if I'm turkey hunting our farm or like my grandmother's or another piece that I might be deer hunting on, I'll mark those fruit trees when they're flowering during turkey season. So that's another little tip to carry a little roll of marking ribbon, or you can drop an onyx pin if you're technologically advanced now.
Yeah.
But yeah, finding better
Ben's got
spots.
pink ribbon.
Yep. Yeah, man, don't pick on my pink ribbon, bro.
Orange? You got orange?
I think it's blue usually.
Oh, blue.
Yeah, it's just what's in my pack, so I don't know. But yeah, I think we do some in-season scouting too. I did some of that this year, going to and from stands and kind of made a loop. But as for like trail cameras and stuff, we don't run cells. We've talked about that before. We're just old school card cameras, and usually we're only pulling them when we go in there to really hunt.
I think I'm upgrading.
Going cell?
No. Cuddy link.
Oh, and just have
Just have a home
pull
card.
port,
I ain't gotta
a
walk
pull
around
port
the.
by the road.
Yeah, I ain't
You could
gotta.
probably do that whole hill, dude, with a cutty link
That's what I
system,
mean. I
and
just get a
just pull
cutty
it right
link.
and just pull it right there by
Just
the
drive
hedgerow.
to the top of the hill.
Grab the hedgerow card and boop, boop.
I got all my. I ain't gotta walk around, disturb nothing.
You can
Try
put the home
tiptoeing
base. You can
around.
put the home base in your blind. And you can sit there and just.
Anything out there yet? No.
Yeah.
No. But no, I think I am gonna go cutty link. Seeing all my cameras are smoked.
That's a good question. Tristan, I think you should come up with our podcast questions for the night. You've had some really good ones tonight. Or Trinity, sorry. Tristan's still my name. Trinity, still my name. My brain's just going to Tristan with the S in the still. Trinity, sorry. Serious question. What's your biggest reason why guys do not come to hunt out of state, like hunting Michigan? It's a good question. My big reason is we have like 3 big lakes between us, and I can't even get down to Pennsylvania. When you hear hunt Michigan, what do you think? I think it's a lot like New York. A lot of hunter density, same like Pennsylvania. We have a lot of hunters. We kill a lot of deer. Um, I think there's some great pockets in Michigan. I think there's some great pockets in New York, and I think there's some poor pockets in Michigan. And I think there's poor pockets in New York. I've never hunted it, but that's kind of my feel for it. There's going to be good and bad pockets in every state. You know, some having to do with habitat, others having to do with, um, the number of hunters. How the land's kind of made up in the habitat. It all kind of plays into it. So, but as a rule,
I think.
I think competition is a big reason for Michigan, and Michigan's. Um,
I think
I
Michigan.
mean, I do love like the Michigan buck pull tradition and all that stuff, dude. Like, I've been seeing the videos of Ted Nugent surfacing about Michigan buck pulls recently, and that's awesome. I love that camaraderie side of the deer hunting aspect. Um, so yeah, I think when you hear deer hunt Michigan, what do you think? I think deep hunting tradition, dude.
Hmm.
I
I.
don't know if Michigan's a 1 buck or a 2 buck state.
Hmm. I think of Jeff Sturgis.
Sturgis is, I think he
He's a U.
first started in Michigan.
He's a UP guy.
OG UP guy. Yep. If y'all do ever hunt Tennessee, West Tennessee has tons of deer. East and Middle Tennessee is looking better every season. Yeah, dude, there's good pockets everywhere.
I
You know,
think. I think Michigan is a lot like the Finger Lakes when it
in,
comes to
in
hunting.
in spots, and I think the UP is a lot like our Adirondacks, dude.
Hmm.
Like I think it's because we're
We're
pretty
the same
much
level.
level across the line, dude.
Michigan's a lot like New York. A lot of lakes.
Hmm. 2 bucks, but we wish it was 1 buck or earn a buck. I mean, it's a decent point, Trinity. We've had this conversation in previous shows about the 1 buck or 2 buck, and we crunched the numbers from the way our state has reported the numbers, and it's like, what was it? Was 1 in 1,000 hunters kill both bucks or something like that?
Yeah.
It was something that it's such a small number that kill that many bucks versus don't kill a buck at all. That I don't know if that's our issue. I think my personal opinion is our state doesn't do a good enough job collecting the data effectively from our harvest to make the best informed decisions about it. If you could show me that the data was showing that the 2 bucks is hurting our state versus 1 buck, um, guys like me and Nate are kind of like the not, I don't want to say majority. What's the word I'm looking for, Nate? Minority. In the fact that we kill more than 1 buck. Sometimes it doesn't always happen, but we've done it before.
Past 5 years, it's more often than not.
Yeah, between the two of us, one of us is usually knocking it down here and there. So I think that's what I think the state should do is make a better way to collect the data to better, do that. So and now that we've moved to basically going tagless next year by the sounds of it, and doing all digital reporting, you know, I don't really, people weren't already reporting it to begin with, so you're running into double issues now potentially with this. So, because again, somebody's gonna be like, "Well, they shot a second deer and it's like it never happened." They could have been doing that to begin with. Like you didn't need to.
They're if
Yeah, if they're gonna
they're
push the
they're
rules and break the law, they're gonna push the rules and break the law.
they're shooting a third, fourth deer,
Yeah,
third,
yeah,
fourth buck.
sure. Um, Bowhunter 1013 says Tennessee allowed 2 bucks for doe. I heard we might go back to 1 buck. Um, Yeah, I would just want to know the answer and the reason behind it. You know, so
I guess whatever they do, I don't have a choice.
yeah, and we don't really get a vote in it either because the way our
Yeah, we
you know
don't.
our
They just tell us what
our
we're
state
doing.
law system set up for conservation law.
This year they just told us everyone's hunting with a crossbow.
Yeah, rarely old school guys know how to report digitally. I'm conflicted. Yeah, Trinity, I'm not disagreeing with you. We have a big Amish and Mennonite community that doesn't use technology all that much either. So, going to a digital reporting system
I don't think they report.
as much either. Sure,
Uh,
they do have a lot of paper in the household though. For tags anyway. Um, Trinity likes the digital tags. Yeah, we have tons of small bucks, and we call 10 mutts, 10 mutes. Gotcha.
10 mutes in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 like Tennessee.
Yep.
10 mutes.
Mhm. Yep. Gotcha. But all right. Well, we're hour 10 into it, but love the conversation tonight. Like that we're in different states. I mean, we've been Idaho, Tennessee. We've been in China before with Jesse on.
Yeah. Yeah, they were trying to steal Jesse's information.
Yep.
They were trying to steal all of Dahmer's skull money,
Yeah.
and he was worked up about it.
Yeah. Justin Ham puts a little asterisk on it, says poaching with a star. Yeah, I mean the guys that are going to shoot more than one deer or poach or whatever, when it's not doing it the right legal way. Like I said, we don't really care how you hunt or whatever, as long as it's legal, ethical, safe. You're not trespassing, all that stuff, dude. We're 100% for it because we probably hunted that way at some point.
Hmm.
We've done deer drives, we've been on permission pieces, we've been on properties that we lease or own or whatever, and everything in between, state land, you name it. But I like that short for mutants.
Short for mutants.
Yep,
Tennessee mutants.
yep.
10 mutes.
10 mutes. So what do we call ours? New Yorkers? Fawkas? Short for Forkies? I
I'll
don't
get
know.
my buddy Joe on here. He's got a good enough accent for that.
Yep.
But all right, let's wrap it up.
Yep. Thank all you guys for tuning into this. We'll roll the sponsors at the end of this. I think they were just under 22, Caleb, for the main beams. I didn't measure them, though, or I measured them. I haven't met up with the other scorer at Heritage to do that. I've been too busy trying to fill my buck tag. He's over there hooking all of his brothers and sisters up with good deer.
See
His
that.
sister shot her first buck the other night, so congratulations to Caleb's sister. So,
Seen that.
yep. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in and the conversation tonight. But yeah, Caleb, I think just under 22 on his beams. But we're gonna roll the outro, and we will catch you guys all next time here with the Hunter Proof Podcast. If there's something you want to see in a video, let us know, or see talked about in an upcoming episode. And we'll catch you next time, whether we're at the bar, in the Pierce Metalworks homestead, or garage, or somewhere in between, dude. So, anything else, Nader?
Well, good to go.
All right. Good luck, guys. Be safe. Shoot straight.
Two.